Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you. Another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks. Sampler V, Series V's I've been doing for a little while now. Go over there, trap food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff. Then, folks, I'm going to talk about stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff. That time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not going to lie. Wasn't expecting this one, but, sometimes you run into stuff. But we'll get to that. Folks, it's a super simple format. I'm going to go over there. I'm going to try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm going to yam around about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm inside the truck. And whilst I'm doing all that, folks, yeah, I'm wearing grody work clothes. Unapologetically. Folks, typically, when I'm inside the truck and I'm wearing grody work clothes, that means that I was on my way home from work and I found some shit to review for you. That is definitely the case in this particular instance. I got off work. Need to go grab some supplies. I ended up going to the old Target, as it were. Decided to peruse around a little bit. And one thing that I always keep an eye out for are Oreo flavors, because Oreo's always doing weird stuff, right? And now I don't review all the Oreo flavors, just because sometimes they're not that interesting, or sometimes they're just not that appealing to me. But every now and again, they'll come out with one where I'm like, well, there we go. I clearly need to partake in that. Because they're Oreos, you see. So, what new type of Oreo did I run into that I wasn't expecting? Boom! It's these! They are dirt cake flavored Oreos. I don't know what dirt cake is. Is that something with the youth? I don't know. I'm guessing it looks like it's like a chocolate, like kind of brownie cake, and then like there's gummy worms on top. Is this gonna have gummy worm flavor? Because that'd be pretty trippy. I wouldn't put it past Oreo. But yeah, I genuinely have nothing on dirt cake. That's just not a thing I've ever partaken in, at least as far as I'm aware. But apparently Oreo is like, fuck it, man, throw it at it. Now me, I'd like a strawberry shortcake Oreo. If they haven't already done that, they need to. Let's get a thing for the thing. Can we get a thing for the thing? Ha 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 ha! Maybe that'd be a little better. Ha 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 ha! Sure. Options. Let's open it up and try some Oreos out. Opening up the Oreo thing. Alright. So, and then this is one of those ones where it's actually got like two separate layers of cream. So I'm guessing we got like a, kind of chocolatey one and then a different kind of chocolatey one. Maybe like a chocolatey mousse. And then there's, I shit you not, there's sparkly shit. I guess that's supposed to emulate the gummy worms. Huh. I wasn't expecting that. Good on them. It's all, they've been bedazzled. Let's try a thing. Okay. I think I get what they're going for with this. Sort of. So, although I don't know that I've ever known it as a dirt cake, I think I kind of know what this is. And I could be completely wrong, but I'm guessing it's like a chocolate cake with almost like a chocolate, like, pudding kind of thing as like a filling. Because that's kind of what I'm getting from this. Fundamentally, this mostly tastes like a chocolate Oreo. I'm not going to lie to you. And they had another one like that, too, where they did like, it was like a midnight cake Oreo or something like that. I don't remember. I reviewed it. But it was that kind of thing where like it just kind of felt like it was just a chocolate Oreo. This is again somewhat similar as far as that whole thing. Like it's mostly just chocolate, which is fine, but it's not very interesting. This one, however, does at least have something else to go with it because you get like kind of two different types of chocolate. There's like a darker, richer chocolate that you're getting from one of the creams, and then as that begins to subside a little bit, you get a lighter, kind of fluffier chocolate flavor that goes through. It's a little bit almost, again, kind of like a chocolate pudding kind of thing, or almost like a chocolate milk kind of aspect to it. It's a little bit less chocolatey. Yeah. I mean, I like it, but not very interesting overall. And while I do appreciate that they decided to go over there and come up with effectively rhinestone Oreos by putting the little sprinkles on them, I don't think they do anything. If they do, I'm not getting much of it. Like, I don't think they really add anything in the way of flavor. Even from a texture standpoint, because they're on a cookie. So it's not like they're breaking up, that kind of thing. Yeah. Really the only thing about this that kind of makes it a little bit interesting is that kind of separation of the chocolate types and kind of how they play together a little bit. And it's fine, but it's not, it's just not. Fundamentally, the problem is like it is just chocolate on chocolate in an Oreo. In a cake setting, it works. You can have very different textures. You obviously have a bigger sample size to work off of, so any differences that might be there are going to be more pronounced. In a cookie, you're trying to jam all that into a very small package. And while some of it might come through, I do kind of feel like in other aspects, it's just honestly kind of wasted. Again, the sprinkles don't do a damn thing. The chocolates, I kind of, I'll kind of give it to it. Again, I do appreciate you have like the two different types of chocolate, and I do really like when you get to the more fluffier, lighter chocolate, it is kind of an interesting thing, but yeah, I don't know on this one. Two questions have to be asked. Would I get him again? Would I recommend him? I'm going to go with probably not and kinda. For me personally, like, they're not bad, like, they're fine, but they're mostly fine because they're mostly just chocolate Oreos. Chocolate Oreos are good. I mean, pretty much all Oreos are good. It's just to varying degrees. Chocolate Oreos are fine. They're not my favorite. I prefer, like, the classic ones or the mint chocolate ones, but chocolate Oreos are still really good. The problem with it is, like, yeah, there's some separation, some difference, but it's mostly just very samey. It is just a chocolate cookie. Yeah, you got a little difference in the cream, but I don't know. I just don't feel. And the thing is, like, I'm sure that in cake format, again, I think it would work great, and I'd probably really enjoy it. But in this, valiant effort, but I just don't feel like it delivers on what it's supposed to be. And again, I think there's effort there for sure. Again, the little sprinkles were a nice touch, but I just don't think this one quite works. Not that it's bad. I don't think it manages to go over there and really land properly. But if I'm recommending it to other people, give it a try. It's a limited time flavor, so I'm sure that X amount of time will pass. I mean, it depends because like some of their limited flavors stick around for a while, whereas others really do seem to fade out pretty quickly. I'd say give it a shot while it's available. Maybe you'll take away more from it than I will. I by no means even begin to pretend like, my palate is super sophisticated or like I'm a super taster or anything like that. I'm just a guy. And I'm a guy who works, in like an industrial capacity. So it's like I'm sure every year that goes by, my senses slowly erode a little bit more. So give it a shot. Let me know what you think about it if you try it. Is it something that you personally feel is like a really solid gummy or really solid Oreo flavor? I don't know. For me, kind of mid. But 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of your week, monumental rest of your month, stupendous rest of your folks. Go over there, have yourselves a truly proper dirt cake-tastic rest of your life, which is a weird sentence to say, but I guess it works because, I'm sure it's a fine cake in actual cake capacity. Final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity in the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what do you do if you can't do it all the time? I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Folks, not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me. I know it. I live it. I'm out there every day with you in it. Life can be stressful and frustrating and just bullshit sometimes, folks. And when we find ourselves in situations like that, it's important that we go over there when we have the opportunity and when we're of the mindset to do so. Take a step back, try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives, hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, like I said, maybe dirt cake is your personal favorite type of cake. Maybe you get it every single year on your birthday, and that's tradition, and that's what you do. All right, that's great. I ain't shitting on your cake. Like I said, for me personally, I'm a strawberry shortcake person. I love a pineapple upside down cake, man. I'm not gonna lie, that's some good stuff too. My mom one time, she made like a mint chocolate cake for it. That was really good too. Oh man, now I'm thinking about pastries. That makes me happy and hungry at the same time. But then it's like, well, I do have Oreos. But then it's like, yeah, but there's better Oreos. But no, if dirt cake is your favorite cake of all time, like I said, hey, hit me up in the comments. Let me know what's your experience like with it. Is this a good representation of it?